So I previously made a video about what radical acceptance is, and the idea that if we fight against reality by thinking things shouldn't be this way, it tends to cause us more suffering. Whereas if we're able to accept reality, and by that I mean acknowledge the facts of the situation, not necessarily to agree with it or approve of it, that tends to cause us less suffering and allows us to move forward with our lives. It's not an easy thing to do, so this video is about the steps towards radical acceptance, so how to try and accept reality. So the very first thing is to notice when you are not accepting reality. So you might notice thoughts about things shouldn't be this way, if only this was different, if only that hadn't have happened, those sorts of thoughts. Notice that you are fighting reality. The second step is to try and mindfully describe what it is that you need to accept. So if you were to say, I've been diagnosed with this health problem and now my life is ruined, it's over, I can never do anything anymore. That wouldn't be a mindful description of the situation. That would be, making assumptions about the future or catastrophizing, all that sort of thing. So we want to first mindfully describe the situation. So it might be, I've been diagnosed with this health problem. It means that I get tired easily and I get a lot of migraines, and I may have to reduce the amount of activities I do. That would be a much more mindful description of the situation. So you want to describe the facts and any realistic limitations for the future. Once you have noticed your fighting reality, you've described what it is you need to accept, it's important to remind yourself that whatever it is that you need to accept, it can't be changed in terms of what's happened in the past. Unfortunately, we have no control over the past. And also to try and remind yourself that there are causes for what happened. So although it's hard to think that that thing should have happened, in DBT we think about it as it happened because of everything that came before. So the child should have been hit by a car, given that the driver was distracted, the stop sign had been knocked down, and the child was running in the road after a football. So given all those things that came before it, that incident had to happen. And it's not that we agree with it, it's just acknowledging that there are causes for it. So once you have reminded yourself that you can't change the past and everything has a cause, it's helpful to try and accept the reality of the situation using both your mind and your body. So by this I mean, if you notice that your body is really tense when you're thinking about that situation, to try and let go of that tension using things like progressive muscle relaxation. Or if you notice you're having a lot of difficult thoughts about it, to try and have coping statements or self-talk that you can use to remind yourself that you can't change the past and that sort of thing. Some people use prayer as a way of accepting reality. Mindfulness can also be really useful to keep you focused on the present moment rather than thinking about the past or the future. The other thing that we tend to recommend is something called half smiling and willing hands. So this means putting your hands, palms open, facing upwards, and you can do that in your lap, you can do that while you're lying down or standing, but having those upright open palms and then having what we call a half smile on your face. So just for you to notice that the sides of your mouth are up slightly. It doesn't have to be a smile that other people can see, it's just for you to be able to feel, and trying to hold that position while you draw to mind the thing that you are struggling to accept. We know that changing our posture and our body language in turn changes the way that we feel about things. So that's the idea behind half smiling and willing hands. The other thing you can try is something called opposite action. So thinking about how is it that you would be behaving if you did accept reality, and trying to force yourself to do that, because the more that you act as though you accept reality, the more likely you are to accept reality. So for example, if having a health condition, for example, I didn't accept reality, I would be not wanting to accept help and trying to push myself to do the things that I used to be able to do, and that sort of thing. Whereas if I tried to act as though I accepted reality, I would be trying to accept help from people, allowing someone to push me in a wheelchair if I needed to go out, or being able to ask for help, being able to rest when needed, thinking, okay, I've got 10 things to do today, but I know that I can't manage that much because of this health problem, so I'm going to prioritise just doing 2 things. Those would all be examples of things that you might do if you accepted the health condition that you had, and forcing yourself to behave in that way means you're more likely to accept it. So the next part is allowing yourself to feel a certain amount of sadness, in the sense that, you know, if you've been fighting reality, you probably have been in a certain amount of denial, and when you finally accept reality, often it brings with it a lot of sadness, and at the same time can bring a sense of peace, a sense of calmness, and just allowing yourself to feel those emotions. If at any point through any of these steps you notice that you are getting too overwhelmed, you are experiencing really intense emotions and urges, and you don't feel able to tolerate it, then please use our distress tolerance skills of stop skill, tip skill, distraction, self-soothing, improve the moment, all of those skills to try and help manage that initial distress. And then when you feel a bit calmer, come back to trying to use radical acceptance. Also, if at any point you notice feeling quite willful about accepting it, then you can try and use a pros and cons list to remind yourself of the pros and cons of fighting reality or accepting reality, so that way it can help motivate you towards trying to use these skills. One of the things I will add is that you might use all of the skills I've just described, get to the point where you feel like you accept reality, and then end up the next day going back to fighting reality. It's something that requires a lot of work. You often have to repeatedly try to accept reality, and it's not a case of you necessarily do it once and then you never have those thoughts about fighting reality again. So try to notice each time those thoughts come up and go through the skills. I hope that that's been helpful. I will put a link below for the Radical Acceptance worksheet that explains what it is and each of the steps that I've just described, as well as a worksheet for you to fill out, noting down what you noticed at each of those steps.